Imagine this. You sit in your car, engine off, hands resting on the steering wheel. You stare at the house you grew up in. And for the first time, a truth hits you. A truth so heavy it presses down on your chest. You can't walk through that door anymore. Not because you don't love them, not because you're angry, because something inside you broke. Something that refuses to be ignored. What do you call this feeling? Fear? Guilt? Sadness? Maybe it's all of them at once. Going no contact. It's one of the most unspoken choices a person can make. It goes against everything you were taught. Family is forever. You only get one mother. Blood is thicker than water. In America, where loyalty to family is treated like a moral law, stepping away doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like betrayal. It feels like shame. Yet millions of adults in America are now distant from at least one family member. Millions who whispered quietly to themselves, "I can't survive in this relationship anymore." And maybe the real question isn't why they left. It's what kind of pain makes this forbidden choice the only path to staying alive. Distance doesn't happen all at once. It creeps in, slowly, quietly. The dismissive comment, the controlling question, the helpful advice that cuts deeper than you realize. Individually, they seem harmless until they pile up, until the weight becomes unbearable. Psychologists call it death by 1,000 cuts. Then one day, something small cracks the surface. A joke at your expense, a boundary crossed, something that should barely matter. And yet inside you hear it whisper, "I can't do this anymore." Not because the moment was extraordinary, because you are. A crushing sense of helplessness, a quiet despair, that sinking realization that you cannot keep going the same way. In healthy families, there's space. Space to feel, space to think, space to grow. In toxic families, space doesn't exist. It's being loved so tightly you can't breathe. A parent who says, "I know you better than you know yourself," or "If you really loved me, you would do this." Your emotions become theirs. Your choices become theirs. Your life becomes their extension. And when you try to separate, even in small ways, it triggers panic, anger, disappointment. Boundaries feel like betrayal. Thinking for yourself feels like abandonment. Psychologists call this failure of differentiation. You can be connected or you can be yourself. You cannot be both. That quiet suffocation you feel, that's what it's called. Feeling like you can't breathe inside your own family. Before going distant, there's a trail of quiet attempts to fix things. Late-night conversations, carefully written messages, apologies you weren't supposed to give. And still, nothing changes. The cycle repeats. Criticism resurfaces, boundaries are crossed, emotional wounds reopen as if nothing ever happened. Therapy rarely helps, not because it's ineffective, but because emotionally immature parents treat it like a performance. Eventually, clarity arrives. No amount of love, no tone soft enough, no words carefully chosen can make them hear you. Distance begins to feel less like abandonment and more like survival. Going distant often comes later in life, 30s, 40s, even 50s, because the bond is not rational. Survival is biological. Trauma bonding forms when love and fear come from the same person. Comfort and pain arrive in the same voice. Your nervous system adapts. Moments of kindness trigger dopamine. Moments of fear trigger cortisol. You leave not because you want to. You leave because you have to. And yet, the feeling of guilt lingers. The kind of guilt that sits heavy in your chest, even when you know this is what keeps you alive. Many children develop what psychologists call a false self. The quiet child, the agreeable one, the fixer, the caretaker. a version of yourself designed to survive inside a house that never learned to hold space. Adulthood exposes the truth: a stable relationship, a therapist's question, a moment of exhaustion. You ask yourself, who am I when I'm not trying to keep them calm? Why do I feel unsafe around people who claim to love me? Leaving takes decades, not because the pain isn't clear, but because the attachment runs deeper than the wound. Breaking the bond feels like tearing out a part of your own history, your identity, your childhood. Yet for many, it is the only way to breathe. Boundaries aren't understood in toxic families. A simple, "Please don't speak to me that way," is interpreted as, "You're betraying me." A healthy parent reflects. A wounded parent attacks. Deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. You speak from reality, they respond from injury. A boundary becomes a battlefield. A small request becomes impossible. Over time, the child learns no conversation, no tone, no love can make a wounded parent hear a boundary as anything but betrayal. This is where going distant begins, not as drama, but as survival. Before anyone cuts off, there's an invisible prison called fog. Fear, obligation, guilt. Fear of shame, anger, emotional retaliation. Obligation, loyalty simply for being raised. Guilt, that quiet voice whispering, "You're selfish, you're ungrateful, good children don't walk away." Fog keeps people trapped long after the relationship becomes harmful. It convinces you that leaving makes you cruel and staying makes you good. Recognizing it is the first crack in the prison door. Going distant is not dramatic. It is quiet, heavy, full of grief without a name. Not the grief of death, not with closure or rituals. It is ambiguous loss. The person is alive, yet the relationship is not. You grieve the parent you had and the parent you needed but never received. Guilt, relief, sadness, clarity, all at once. Your body reacts first. Shoulders drop, breath deepens, sleep comes, tension fades. This is somatic relief, your nervous system finally exhaling after a lifetime of bracing. Healing begins with reparenting yourself. Validation without conditions, boundaries without punishment, love without fear. Saying, "I am allowed to feel this." Choosing rest without guilt, surrounding yourself with people who see and honor you. Rebuilding an identity, not shaped by fear or obligation, but by choice. Discovering your voice, your preferences, the emotional colors buried under survival mode. Going distant breaks your heart before it sets you free. But once freedom arrives, it is real. You don't leave to punish anyone. You leave because your spirit cannot survive inside a relationship that refuses to change. Cutting contact is not absence of love. It's choosing truth over denial, peace over chaos, a future over a wound. Choosing yourself is not cruelty. Setting boundaries is not betrayal. Healing is not ingratitude. Sometimes the bravest act is refusing to abandon yourself for a story that was never true. You are not alone. You are not heartless. You are choosing safety, dignity, a life softer than survival. There is a beautiful life beyond guilt, a life where you are allowed to exist without fear. Can you feel that weight lift, even slightly? Freedom, relief, peace, all of it. And finally, a chance to breathe.